It says you're offline, but
So, did you give me the wrong
no,
screen?
no. We're online.
Oh,
All
we're
right,
live.
so don't worry, dude. It's perfect.
Sorry, we're just getting into Pigban. Sorry, we're having some troubles with the.
So it's a denial from the Kha'Zix ban, which is apparently a really strong early game jungler, and it's a Veigar ban for late game, I guess. Shen, they do not wish to play against the late game scaling threat of Gangplank and the split push threat. This is a
but
very
they
good
leave
first
the
pick.
Torn open.
Yes, Ornn is the most broken top laner within modern day Riot balancing. I think Ornn has the potential to carry a game just as much as Jace has. If that Jace is like the average Jace in Diamond 1 just kind of sits there and tries to do 1v5 shenanigans. You know, dude?
Yep. At this point, it kind of feels like if they match with the Maokai, they're saying
So-
we're just gonna turn top lane into a slap fight.
Simply a wet noodle fight where they just sit together. Ooh, Zoe, they're
Then
looking to play.
Ooh. That could still be a flex pick to bot lane. Wouldn't be
I
the
do
first time I've seen it.
believe this Malphite Zoe pick is required to have a lot of insane vision where they play through just complete vision denial. That way they're able to land a Zoe.
Ezreal open. That is a very strong first draft from the side of Aurora.
Old Razzle Dazzle's team comp is okay, but I don't think that Ezreal, in my opinion, is a very good champion. Although he has like certain mid game, he's still weaker than half of Hypercarry's late game. So if they draft like a Taric or a Vayne, they would just run the Ezreal down. But this is like they're drafting an all-in comp where they have complete engage from Orianna, follow up from the Ezreal, and the Ornn just to zone. Oh,
yeah,
it's
so that Lissandra pick is very intriguing, and they have cleanse on that Lissandra.
Oh, yeah, you definitely run the cleanse into the Zoe lane, because she hits a trouble babble, you just guaranteed dead. So now they just need to target the support and the jungler. Unless that could be an Ezreal jungle flex pick. I haven't seen that in a while, but I've seen it in my main a lot.
Yep.
The Jarvan pick, hopefully we get to see some AD Jarvan, but it could be full tank Jarvan where they have the Zoe just do DPS and they play an oriented style like disengage engage where they play cat and mouse with just the Zoe.
Might be a bruiser though. He might get the black cleaver and just play safer.
Yeah.
Even with that black
so.
cleaver, he has a decent amount of backline threat to the point where they can't just leave him alone.
I've seen some good Jarvans in the day. I want to see some like super hypey flash E's, you know, EQ flash. Definitely a support denial. This is a good pick. Deny from the support the ability to carry.
Yeah, I really like that Alistar ban. I feel like he's one of the strongest supports in the current meta.
That and Leona. Even though they nerfed her, she still has the potential to carry. But there's also like the threat of the poke bot lane.
They left the Taurik up though, which is very intriguing. I'd be very surprised if they don't pick it up here.
Well, I think that bot lane, the blue side at least, should definitely. Oh, it's Lulu. Yeah, they're definitely looking to pick a hyper carry.
Now, if they match with the Taurik, they might be able to do something about that hyper carry. Try and look for tower dives early to really set them behind.
I think if they want to pop off, what they should look to do is end mid game. Oh, that's Poppy? A Poppy jungle. Poppy jungle, my dude. Yo,
might be a Poppy support. You never know.
Watch it be Galio support. I've seen some great
Shaco
jungle Poppy support.
What do you know? I called it. Never saw that one coming.
We'll have to see how the Shaco plays, though.
The Shaco pick is very risky. They are looking for picks, and if they do not draft a hyper carry here, I feel like they've kind of centered their whole pick ban around it, and if they don't pick one, I'd be very surprised.
Well, Team Poro Gaming Blue definitely has the better comp due to like late game scaling from Maokai, because it's Maokai. And a safe guaranteed farm pick. Yeah, they're looking to hyper carry because the only true tanks, that's an Ornn support.
Poppy's going top lane. That Ornn support is very surprising.
Well, it's okay.
I'm very intrigued with this bot lane.
There's just no kill pressure within the bottom lane.
They don't have like any threat till 6. It's just going to be a poke lane with their Ezreal there.
Yeah, I don't think Shaco's gonna look to camp around that. The lanes that Shaco are gonna look to be just ganking around is just near top, because Maokai's really easy to punish early game with the pop you pushing top. And the Jarvan can gank pretty much any lane because these lanes all have set up CC, except for bot lane. But once they get level 6, bot lane should just play it safe and just scale well. Xayah scales really well
about
to
that
that
Lulu
comp.
Poly that can potentially get a pick on one of them. If they use
I don't
Poly into
ever
Jarvan
like.
knockup.
I don't think that the Lulu Poly should ever be used aggressively. Like their team, the Red Side's team comp definitely should just draft towards bottom lane, where they like all come bot at level 6 because they have so much dive potential. Maokai can just dive, reset with the W, and then just execute his ultimate. It's guaranteed to like kill 2 of them. Not to mention Ornn's immobility once he uses Z.
Thing is,
Ornn's not really.
The Shaco
Yeah.
pick needs to get ganks off early in order to become useful later.
Well,
in
it
the game.
could be a Dark Harvest Shaco. He's looking for that like late game one shot split push.
He might be able to do that then. He might be trying to go for a cheeky one shot onto that Xayah.
Xayah, yeah, and like she wouldn't see it coming, but I highly doubt it's gonna happen because Lulu's gonna have a perma shield up every 6 seconds. Plus her polymorph is really disgusting towards Shaco and like champions like Lissandra.
They're definitely drafting a pick comp, but I believe Red Side picked very well into the comp that Blue put before them.
Yeah, Red Side definitely drafted like so. Red Side just uses I think yeah. So in a way, Red Side uses the Fog of War with like pure vision denial in order to get picks because Zoe's pick potential is higher than that of Lissandra due to her E range. Lissandra's more towards an engage mage. She's like not really a control mage. She just kind of goes in, you know.
Yes,
And I think Xayah's able to peel for herself with her ultimate followed by the Lulu ultimate, whereas Maokai is just Maokai. He's part of a balanced breakfast.
I feel like if the Maokai doesn't fall too far behind, Red Side clearly has the better team fight. If the Maokai can get tanky enough to where he can dive the back line without much threat.
Definitely, like for the Red Side, their ability of the only way of them like messing up completely is just the Maokai fails to just engage by pressing W, or the Jarvan presses R and like misses his ult because they all flash out. Like the odds of losing on that account on those champions are really low compared to like the amount of execution that needs to be required because Ornn has to land his ult, Ezreal has to land his skill shots. They're all higher levels of skill shots. The only champion who doesn't do that is just Lissandra. But Lissandra either needs to ult herself or she needs to ult in a priority target.
I feel like Red Side picked a very low risk, high reward team comp. Because if they don't get so far behind that that Blue Side's carriers will be one-shotting, Red Side will have the team fights almost certainly.
Yeah, no, like Red Side's team fight is stronger and their late game is stronger. All they have to do is survive. Blue Side needs to get an early lead through the Shaco cheesing the Jarvan level 2, or the Shaco just like somehow gets cleanup kills.
Or if the Shaco just wants to be
a lot
cheeky
of games in
and
high elo, yeah.
Or if the Shaco just tries to be cheeky and just counter jungles and just denies Jarvan as much far.
But I don't think a Shaco can counter jungle a Jarvan who knows what he's doing, because Jarvan can just EQ and smack the Shaco to living oblivion. Like, Jarvan will literally make Shaco's life a living hell.
Blue Side's vision will make their team fights, basically. If they don't have that vision.
Both teams have to play around their vision denial. It's more of, this match is more over, like, towards who denies whose vision more. Because Red Side's pick is also the same, where Zoe, like, lands a 2-minute bubble into Ezreal. By 2 minutes, it's 2 seconds. But it feels like 2 minutes. And the Maokai would just follow up with his ultimate. It'll be guaranteed perma CC. I think the Ezreal needs to get a lead in order to win.
True damage from the bubble itself.
Hopefully we get to see some of that fancy Korean Targan's brace start from overheal fleet footwork Xayah. I hope she ran overheal.
I would hope that she would also, but she could just have run the fleet footwork and triumph the secondary. But in this lane, you definitely want to go for the Relic Shield start, because you don't need to win the lane, you just need to farm well.
Yeah, you play super passive, you just scale to level like 12, where you will outscale the Ezreal by then in terms of damages, because your Essence Reaver followed by like a Zeal item definitely outdamages the Ezreal's poke damage. Because you auto attack more than he does when he presses Q.
I mean, even if you can't dodge the skill shots, you can just do what the Koreans do and just get a Vamp Scepter early and just turn that into a Bloodthirster late game.
Yeah, I definitely see the like. Since I play in Korea a lot, anyways, I see a lot of that. That they just run Vamp Scepter for safety laning. Who knows? This is normal Doran
Very
start.
interested in this Shaco's level 1, if he's going to go for an invade in the enemy red buff, or...
I think he's just going to play it safe, since they play with respect for the enemy team. It's just the typical everyone stands at a certain angle of the map and just defends their camps.
One thing I do see about Blue is they left no one in between the Red and Raptors. So they could potentially get invaded in there if Red side did not see anyone there.
I think with Shaco's start, he might be looking to counter jungle the Jarvan.
He might be looking for blue buff into Jarvan's red, then gank top.
Yeah. I think he already anticipated like the Jarvan start, which is a really well done job from him where he traps the Jarvan.
Hey, can you change the scene? Because we literally can't see the game. Black Screen Simulator 2K18?
Yeah, it was working earlier.
You might have to switch like through the tabs. Not tabs. Here, let me send you this blade collar.
So on OBS, do you see your scenes?
Yeah, I had it set up earlier. I don't know why this is not working now.
Really well trade from Maokai, actually. Poppy tanks the minions.
Yeah, very good.
It could result into first blood.
I'm sorry about this.
We can't see the game at all.
Yeah, it says it's showing it in my OBS. I don't know why it's not showing up. I might need to restart the... I might just need to delete that. I'll just leave up that for now.
Alright, there's champ select. There's my PMs on Discord. Just make a thing with display capture, and then just full screen your client, or not your client, but your game. Just display capture it. Don't game capture or anything.
No.
Right,
we see
now
the
click
Twitch
on the
chat.
game. Click on the game in the bottom.
Still a black screen.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're seeing a black screen.
Oh, there it is.
All right, no, there it is. There we go.
All right, just I guess no overlay will work. I guess. and then
So-
hit escape and make it so it's not windowed. That way you don't look so scuffed. No. You can move that. There you go.
Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. We can't.
Make it like borderless or something. Yeah, there you go. You're good now. All right. Good luck with the stream, guys.
It's frozen. I think the stream's frozen. Yeah, just make it borderless.
Yeah, I don't know why you did full screen.
Just
All right,
run
I'm
it
out of
in
here, though. I
borderless.
gotta go.
Alright. So if you look at the Shaco's pathing, he ended up counter jungling, and he did take a Grump from the Jarvan, but the Jarvan still gets the Wraith Camp, which gives a lot of XP. I think this is fine. He went the Poacher's Knife, which is really odd. Zoe gets really good RNG, misses her bubble. But Lissandra walks straight to Jarvan. She dodges the gank? No, she ends up using Cleanse and uses her ult. Shaco comes for the counter gank. Jarvan busts Flash. And Maokai comes for the flank. They should probably look to focus the Shaco. Yeah, well, they should not chase Lissandra. Oh, wait. Just kidding. Maokai's broken. That was a really well-played sapling from Maokai. Followed by the Jarvan EQ and the Zoe bubble in Q. I think she went more over the Darksteel for lane sustain with due to her having like two potions from the refillable potion. The vision control is really well done from red side compared to blue side vision, which is not that great actually. Blue side has a vision for like gank potentials from bot lane, and the side waves are warding really well, but I don't think the Lissandra has actually gotten a chance to ward. Well, he can't really do much into this lane due to the fact that, wait, he's running press the attack on Ezreal. That's actually really odd. This is just a follow-up. Lulu flashes into the Drake, uses Hugify for herself, and the Xayah ends up using her ultimate. Following up with the ultimate. Poppy does teleport. She does a great disengage, but I think the Maokai is on point with the TPs here. Yeah. Poro Gaming Blue is just outclassing their opponents. I think this is definitely a take. They should commit all in for this turret. They got the Inferno Drake. They got the turret. Now, bot lane should lane swap. Just send the Maokai bottom lane. Just keep on sending the Maokai into the Poppy. I don't think Maokai should overstay here. He should also back and buy his items because he got a really successful like flank off of that, and he got a couple of assists and XP too. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of gold. I do think that in my opinion at least, the Poacher's Knife buy from Shaco is really bad because now that he's behind, he will never actually get a chance to counter jungle the Jarvan. I would have liked to see the blue being given to the Zoe due to her poke potential, followed by the Paddle Star half shot. I think she just needs to go in once again to kill Lissandra. Zoe's just really strong. She's played like old Italy. I think Lissandra should have ran teleport into that lane, dude. Like, No, Zoe doesn't have to pressure. Is she gonna get a kill? Really well done root from Zion. This is guaranteed kill. Zaya has outclassed the Israel bottom lane. In terms of pressure. Followed by the Cataclysm. I think Zaya's wasting time. I think Zoe can just kill him. Well, compared to the... I think this is fine, because we have a lot of top lane pressure from red side. Blue Poro Gaming, or Poro Gaming Blue, my bad. They just have a lot of pressure now. They're gonna take a 2-turret trade for Poppy's bottom lane. Actually, Poppy is not even able to get that. The next play, yeah. They should force the Rift Herald with their lead. I don't think Shaco can contest because he's in a really bad position. Oh, it's not that bad in terms of top lane matchup because Poppy does percentage max health towards with her Q, while Maokai just heals a lot. Maokai does out heal and outscale the Poppy, but Poppy does do more damage in terms of team fight. So Poro Gaming Blue. Shaco's looking to gank. Maokai dies. But this is more of a consolation prize because they lose the main objective, the Rift Herald. And now the Jarvan has the threat to siege towards mid lane. I think with their comp right now, they can't really do much because they don't really have wave clear as a form of like defense. They definitely got outdrafted. In hopes that they snowball, but they fail to snowball. It's team play where everyone just plays extremely safe. If it was solo queue, this might have maybe worked because of the apes that you would get randomly. But this is a full team of 5 really good players. They know what they're doing. I really would like to see more vision invested for the Maokai, like a couple of pink spot and just dropped. But so far, there are 3 pinks on the map. This is a normal deficit for the top lane. The good thing is that Poppy has an assist, and she will just play fine into the Maokai split push. Like it's not the threat of the top lane that's gonna outscale. It's the ticking time bomb known as Zoe and the ticking time bomb of Zaya that like will outscale the Ezreal Lissandra. I believe she bought Medjai's because of her lead. She gets zoned by the Poppy right now. It's followed by the Hugify from Lulu though, so Lulu's able to keep them alive. Zoe Paddlestar, poggers, dude, instant one shot. But she's extremely tanky though. Here comes the Cataclysm. After seeing this game, I can still confirm Maokai's very balanced, dude. I think that blue team is just completely outclassing their opponents. Ornold has missed. Well, I think the red team is at such a huge lead within this point where they can just do anything they can and just get away with it. Yeah, like she picked up one of the flashes from Poppy's earlier flash. Right now they should just reset and It's a failed attempt because I think the jungle pick should have ran something safe like Gragas or Zac, maybe Rek'Sai into like this Jarvan pick in order to pressure early. Yeah, like I think Shaco is just really underwhelming from this player, as he has not been able to gank early at all, and he has been just completely outclassed and like out jungled by the Jarvan. Jarvan's jungle pressure, he's able to anticipate where the enemy jungler is. Kind of sad not to see any warding smites and just seeing like really hardcore blue smites in an attempt to carry. I think the correct play for them, like to do next, is to keep on pressuring topside and get away from the Maokai as much as possible. Yeah, they're slowly placing their safe vision. I don't think he can kill Lulu at all. This is a really good flank angle from Maokai. He can just press ult. If he gets onto the Sandra or the Ezreal, yeah. That's a flash from Ezreal. They're at that point because I think Poppy could have TP'd somewhere to counteract the Maokai gank. And I think her ultimate would have kept like at least 1 to 2 deaths left. Zoe damage. I mean, although Xayah does suicide, they take another top turret. They crack down top turret, and they can use that to their advantage to force a Baron or something. It is 17 minutes. Maokai peel. But they do kill the Shaco for it. Not to mention, alright. Zoe hits him with the auto attack, dude. Paul, was that her passive or an auto attack? Actually, baffled. Huh. Well, what they should do for the next 2 minutes is just send everyone bot, and then once the Baron spawns, look to send the Maokai and just bring away pressure. Then they can force the Baron. That team averages a 23-second Baron due to the Earth Drake and the Fire Drake that they have. Around a 20-second, not averages. The Maokai is just incredibly tanky. Not to mention that Zoe's Fog of War pressure, due to like red team map control, is very insane. She's able to one-shot guarantee anyone. She can just pop anyone in half an instant. Lissandra's waiting the open, looking to ult on Xayah, but here comes the Jarvan looking to counter that. Really? She has Ardent Sensor, so its win condition's already done. Shaco's looking to flank, but he cannot kill. He's going for Lulu, which is not a really ideal target. Xayah does end up murdering the front line and the back line. This is another free turret. Blue team definitely getting outclassed by the red team right now. Dude, she's part of a balanced breakfast. This is a surrender. Well played from the red side. Blue side, I would really like to see more vision, though. Like, just a better draft. No, they lost completely due to drafting. The Shaco pick was not ideal. The Ornn pick was, like, okay, and the Ezra, everything in their comp was really, really strong, in my opinion, to deal with the other comp. But after that Shaco pick, I think that was just, like, unintended. Definitely the Zoe and the Jarvan's early game pressure did successfully lead into the Xayah and it taking over the game. I think they may, because there's a certain counter pick for Zoe that will just literally end her life. I don't know if the mid laner Space Mill can play him really well, but the counter is Zir, or he can just pick Malzahar into Zoe and just farm it out. I think Malzahar would be a really safe pick, and it's also an anti-tank pick, where it would just counter every tank due to their max poke. Alright. So, Poro Gaming Blue joins blue side, right? I think overall execution was very like execution from blue side. Their vision was perfect, although I'd like to see a little bit more pinks and just like stronger control, like deep in enemy jungle. They also had some really good teleports towards the Maokai. The Maokai did a really good job of getting onto that backline, just pressing the counterplay button. So here goes pick draft 2. I do believe if they leave Zoe open, it's really bad. They will probably ban Zoe first rotation. A respect ban for the Kha'Zix from Gold Caleb. A Xayah ban? I'm actually baffled. Are they just going to completely leave the Lulu Vayne? 2 bans for the jungler. I think the Pro Gaming Blue does see old Razzle Dazzle as a threat. Same Gangplank denial ban. Does not want that Gangplank to take over the game. Followed by a Veigar respect ban. They do not want Veigar to hit the counterplay button. Oh, Blade Caller? Are you there? Cannot hear your voice, my friend. Hello? Well, they do pick Ornn, guaranteed first pick. I think they will look to deny. Oh, Rammus! This is a little bit of a better pick towards the jungle pick for the old Razzle Dazzle this time. Apologies, guys. My duo caster. Welcome back, friend. Alright, there we go. So it's a Nautilus top pick. I think they can draft the Sejuani to the Rammus, and they will upscale the Rammus. Not to mention that Nautilus... They do have really strong poke from the Morgana Zoe, where Morgana just lands a bind. Ooh, I think Cassiopeia does have the ability to like overtake a complete game. I've seen Korean players do it, and I've seen like players like a Blaze Olive or Bjergsen just completely murder someone else on a champion like Cassiopeia. I think it's more over towards the confidence because he's shafted like Zoe matchups before, so maybe this is his counter to Zoe. It just depends. We'll have to take. Well, it's out of a respect ban due to last game's Jarvan's pressure. I think this jungler, Perfect, has also just a better champ, like a huger champ pool, not better, a bigger, better, huger champ pool full of like. Where I don't think a Jarvan would be a required ban because tanks. There's always that Draven counter pick into the vein, though. They could draft Draven Janna. And, like, a Draven Janna will decimate a Morgana Vayne lane. It's out of respect. They do think that the enemy team has, like, a really big engaged composition, so they want to deny the Rakan. That could be a Nautilus support. Maybe they'll pick like Trundle or Rumble into Ornn. Because Ornn has like one counter pick only that I've seen so far in high elo, and people just pick Rumble into that champion. Because he destroys every lane matchup, even the Jace matchup, surprisingly. Ornn is just broken right now. Tristana hyper carry pick. I like it. It's a Morgana, it's a spell shield Tristana. Let's see what they pick for their last jungle pick. Could it be a Sejuani, like a tank to end up like... Could it be a Sejuani, like a tank to end up like... It's a Trundle support counter pick. No, wait, just kidding. That's a Trundle jungle. And a Jace top. That is beautiful. Yeah, my dudes, I am extremely lonely. Back to solo casting, Kappa. We'll look to fix the issue. This is very interesting, though. That's a Rammus jungle. I think the Rammus has the ability to outpressure, but Zoe counters Rammus indefinitely. She just needs to press E and then she'll run down Rammus. I'm surprised they left the Zoe open. Overall, what Red Team wants to do, old Razzle Dazzles, they want to get a lead with the Jace and just play around the Jace. Lucian will become a super dueling AD carry in terms of team fights where he'll just kite everyone. He can outscale a Tristana depending on the level of the Lucian. But in terms of, like, as champion-wide, I think Tristana does outscale. In terms of player skill, Lucian has the potential to outplay the Tristana, just hyper carry the game. They also do, like, as long as Cassiopeia farms and gets 2 items or 3 items, she'll definitely just play safe and she'll burn down the tanks like Trundle and Ornn. But the Zoe's potential. Especially the cancerous Rammus Q. Like, have you had those solo queue games where you're playing an 80 jungler or like an 80 carry and then you just walk down, Rammus pops out of the bush and it just one-shots you and you're like, what? He's not supposed to do damage. Don't worry, dude. I play this champ so fucking much on my Smurf when I'm trolling. Don't worry, dude. I play this champ so fucking much on my Smurf when I'm trolling. Yeah, like, the Rammus just comes. He's like the horseman of death. He runs you down. It's either him or Hecarim. Yeah, like, and Zoe is just the horseman of pestilence. She starves you dead. And then she just runs you down with her E. Yeah, like, and Zoe is just the overall team fighting wise. Both teams have even terms. Jace can pop off. The Nautilus can press R and just zone the enemy team. But let's just see how the Trundle and the Rammus will pad. Perhaps both junglers will end up meeting each other. Early game level 1 to 4, Trundle outduels Rammus, and then after that, it's just a nightmare from then on. Once Rammus gets his Bramble Vest, he'll just run down Trundle. Trundle outduels Rammus, and hopefully this Morgana, this Zoe gets a really well done skill shot. He'll just run down Trundle. Trundle outduels Rammus, and hopefully this Morgana, this Zoe well got skill shot. He'll just run down Trundle. I think they are, my dude. Poggers. Pog. Sorry, guys. First day of the job. Not mine's, though. I don't think they can hear you. It's still just me. Well, in terms of like scaling wise, I do believe the Tristana Zoe comp will still outscale due to the Trundle pressing the ultimate and stealing all that armor and MR from the Rammus. Let's see what. Well, let's just wait on the queue to start. Let me see. There's not echoing for sure. Let me see. But it's still just me. There's not echoing for sure. Well, you are in charge of the Twitch thing, so it is your first time. I need to re-download OBS and just like set up this. I can probably just do this. Solo casting. All right, let's see how they start the game. I'm seeing pings towards from blue side that they're calling for an invade. We'll see how this goes. They're looking to invade towards try. Yo, you need to switch overlay. No one's seeing anything. Again. Nah, dude, this is the Tyler 1 Championship Series where we go on auto auto mouse. They still can't hear you. Minions have spawned. Feels bad, man. They still cannot hear you. Red has complete. Yeah, the Red does have complete information. I think they won't really bother much about tracking. It's just to get that early game start. It's a typical red start for Trundle. He's looking to gank top around 2 to 3 minutes or mid. Maybe he might look for an invade because Rammus' early game clear is really weak and he ends up a bit low. It's similar to that of like Maokai. Similar, I mean. Yes, you do, my friend. They still see the champion select. Holy shit. What are these assholes in the stream, dude? Yo, it's his first time. You guys need to calm down. He's it's Blade Caller's first time. I don't have OBS on this computer. If you guys are gonna baby rage about that. I mean, you say it as an excuse, but it still has. It's not really a right to be an asshole about it. We're still seeing, like, we can't see the stream. Wait, what's actually going on? I think you did. Where's Hipster Dragon or NyQuil? Low. There we go. Now we see it. Now we see it. Now we see it. Perfect. We're seeing it now. We're seeing it now. Looks like a gank towards top lane from Trundle. A really failed gank. They did bust the Jace's flash, which... So the Trundle can come again. The Ornn can probably set him up once he gets level 6. I don't think... I think this could result in a kill. So, Lucian did not have heal then. It's just a single kill. So they do end up with they end up with a kill for red side at least early game. We kind of missed that though. Follow up TP from Ornn. I would say that's a really risky TP and wasn't required. It could have gotten cancelled by Jace, I think, if Jace just walked up a little more. You need to show them the item slots. So just hold the tab button. Yeah. Don't worry, dude. Looks like Cassiopeia took Inspiration second. I think Razzle would have been better with Unflinching. If she had her summoner spells on cooldown, she would still be tankier from the Zoe bubble. She would have a little bit more tenacity. Not sure which build Lucian's going. I hope he goes the Blade of the Rune King Black Cleaver to duel the double tank line. Nah, I don't think they can hear you.
I think maybe they'll be able to hear me now.
Nope, they still can't hear you.
Feels bad, man. May as well go fucking hang myself.
Don't joke about suicide, my friend. Logan Paul did that, and look at that, where that got him.
Hey, fuck. I'd kill someone to be as famous as Logan Paul. You know how much money that vlog probably made just on fucking shirt sales?
Alright, now they can hear you. Perfect.
Oh shit. They
there we go.
Alright,
really?
Killing myself.
Don't kill yourself, friend. This Ornn is playing the Jace lane really well. He's having a better matchup, or a better showing of Ornn than Frontlash did last game. Stop hurting me.
Tristana's up 2-1, but she's also down almost 10 CS, which I feel shouldn't happen if she's that far ahead.
Oh, well, they have to play with respect towards the Nautilus Q and the Nautilus engage due to, like...
The Nautilus missed the Q. There should be a kill on the Nautilus.
From Nautilus. If this is not a
hops in,
that's a heal from Lucian. Exhaust from Nautilus, flash, followed by the roof from Nautilus. Lucian can't go for the kill.
This might be a double for Lucian? There we go! Lucian matches the aggression of Tristana and just gets ahead in that lane.
Lucian takes a really good trade into a kill.
If you look, the mid lane matchup, Cassiopeia is down almost 25.
Trundle may also end up getting a kill. Possibly a double? No, he's playing it safe. So that was a greedy overstay by the Nautilus, in my opinion. He should not have been there, but this Lucian does have more pressure than Tristana as of recent. Just outplay. Zoe uses the redemption.
Zoe getting a GLP and then all-inning onto. There comes the cleanse.
She whiffs the bubble. Hopefully she lands her Q. Cassiopeia does flash.
Here comes
Rammus, followed by a Trundle counter gang.
Trundle and this might be.
Rammus does flash. No, he flashes for safety, but Trundle doesn't end up getting taunted because of Black Shield. Actually, no, I don't think Rammus taunted him at all.
But with the Morgana being mid, it makes me question, will the bot lane go all in onto this Tristana knowing that they can kill her?
I don't think they will because she still has the W and her flash, so they would have to wait for the Nautilus to go level 6. Not to mention how far behind Tristana is willing to play. She's not your solo Q80 carry, I'll say that.
As you can see, Nautilus hit 6, so if Morgana's not down here, or they might just catch up to Morgana rotating down.
Indeed. So far the Ornn has lane priority, and the Trundle has the potential
from Jace.
Jace looking to flank TP. Really well done ultimate, and Tristana gets caught out of position.
There comes a kill onto the Jace, and he'll just be able to bully that Ornn even more now that he got that extra gold from TPing
They should trade the bottom lane turret and follow into a dragon or something, because the Morgana and the Zoe are really low. Yeah, Ornn is slow pushing, but if 3 of them trade,
that's a lot of Jace's by the Sleeping Trouble bubble. Zoe might be looking for engage.
Insane. She's landing her Power Star and Slowy Trouble bubble. Ornn teleport flank.
There's the flash from Jace.
Followed by Ornn flash.
This might be Morgana going down. Followed up by the Zoe.
Lucian waste flash.
Lucian gets hit by the bolt, but here comes the Rammus. This might be a dead Ornn. Here comes the Tristana trying to clear up, but she jumps into the Rammus. That's a dead Rammus. That's a reset.
I think she
could potentially keep going.
No, I don't think she should dive. She'd end up pulling a wild turtle. That would not be smart. They do get a lot of gold back from that play. But as of right now, the Trundle should be pressuring a side lane. He denies vision in the zombie ward, reinstills vision towards their side, which is a really well done job from Perfect from game 1. This team appears really, really coordinated. They've had a lot of practice.
Now
the Zoe is landing some really well bubbles.
Display capture because I got the game capture working because I'm using the right tab of OBS now. That feels good, and I have to change this.
So Poro Gaming Blue is looking weaker than they did in game 1. They're showing some indecision. But they're showing some some pretty good roams from board for me, please.
This might be a kill onto Jace here, but here comes the Rammus.
No, also a kill towards the Rammus is also dead.
And they gift that to the Zoe.
So they should be able to siege a second turret top, while the Tristana is able to safe farm and just slowly outscale the Lucian into late game with her range.
With the way the Zoe is going, if it makes it to the game 3, I'd be very surprised if she makes it.
I think she can also kill this Cassiopeia. There goes
Cassiopeia got hit by the bubble. She's dead.
She's guaranteed dead. She's dead.
This might be a top inhib.
This is a top
They have
secondary.
another wave coming in. This could potentially be an inhib if
I don't believe that is an inhib because of the Jace and the Nautilus that's spawning, but this is definitely guaranteed secondary. And also Tristana can just pressure and get some damage towards bot turret.
I mean, with Lucian showing mid lane, she might be able to get that bot tower just because she is Tristana.
And with a red buff, too.
Yeah, and if she looks, she has the BF sword and pickaxe. And the red buff just timed out. But that's a half HP tower. She could potentially just execute that.
If you look at red vision, or it's in the bottom left where you can switch to vision. Just switch to red vision. You would see it's literally a blank side of the map except for bot lane. They intend the Lucian for the Lucian to win and carry.
Bot lane, and then it's just a little bit of vision in the red side jungle.
Where he has blue team vision, They have complete vision control towards top side and a little bit of vision for bottom side in case they set up a dragon. They have vision where it's like required because they pressured so much top. Now they're gonna reset, and I think they're reinstilling
Lucian
vision
getting
towards
hit
bottom
by
side.
the bubble?
I think that Lucian.
That's
could have got
Lucian
that.
dead? That's her cleanse though. And here
surprised,
comes
like-
the exhaust on the Cassiopeia. As well as getting hit by the Morgana ult. That's a dead Cassiopeia.
The Trundle Pillar zones them, followed by the Jace EQ. That was a pretty close binding. I think they should look to aim for the dragon next.
I mean, that's a relatively free dragon after they picked off both their carries.
Plus, their Zoe would do really well with Poke and Siege from Blue.
He gets hit by the bubble. That might be a dead
He's
Jace.
dead. He's dead.
That's
He's dead.
a dead Jace.
Zoe actually got through
Both
second
these
in the game.
games, Zoe's just been so clutch for them.
I think this Zoe is really clean.
I feel like after
landing
this
all these
game, no
bubbles.
team's gonna want to versus Blue, Poro Gaming Blues Orient.
Except
Zoe.
for Vertebrae and the boners. No, I'm just kidding.
Here comes the Trundle ult.
Orn takes a blast cone into the flank angle. Does he have ult?
That's a
He
three-man
should ult.
Orn knockup. Here comes
He
the
should
Orn
ult
ult.
He ends up going around towards the Lucian.
That might be
So
a
the
dead.
Lucian
That's a
is-
dead
no, yeah,
Lucian.
he's dead.
Once again,
Jace-
if you look at the vision control of Red Team, it is very minimal. They're just letting all these picks, like,
No, I think this red team is just simply getting outclassed here. Due to the Zoe pick, they did not respect it, nor did they ever like play into nor did they ban it. So as a result, the Zoe is just able to take over the game. And when a Zoe has vision denial, it opens
Honest.
up for her to play so many, like set up so many plays due to that bullshit bubble. That Sleepy Trouble bubble is insane. It's 2 seconds of guaranteed CC, unless you build tenacity. Not to mention, Rammus does not have an adaptive helm for the Zoe damage, and this Tristana is she's on par with farm and she's decently fed.
I mean, I feel like once they gave up the Orn, they should have taken Zone there, no question whatsoever. Like, it makes me feel like their mid laner can't play Zoe, which is not very beneficial.
So Trundle does deny the red. They're looking to siege, but I think they should do a 1-4 where they send to Orn top and send everyone bot. Due to like just Tristana's insane pressure, they should just look to split push around the whole map. Split the team apart because they're really weak right now. The Orn and the Trundle can take a 3v2, and the Tristana and the Zoe and the Morgana can just decimate anyone through Fog of War.
This will most likely be a 2 out of Poro Gaming Blue. At the rate this is going.
Zoe lands another bubble.
Onto the Rammus, and that might be a dead Jace with the binding hitting.
This is
That
a
is a
really
dead
well
Jace.
binding.
Here comes the Ornal, knocking up the Rammus.
So Tristana Wild Turtles in. She W. Is that a suicide, my friend? Sadly, it is a suicide, but she's going
Sadly,
to
that's
get
a
resets.
double kill.
That's a double kill, and that is a true Wild Turtle. She ends up dying, but she gets a really good Reddit, Reddit fucking worthy play.
Potentially, they might kill the Cassiopeia and just end the game here.
I think they'll just siege.
They'll
Like,
probably
they're probably
take
gonna play it
the
safe,
inhib,
rotate
then
towards top.
ward up for Baron. Because Baron is up in 3 minutes.
Indeed. They're playing... Poro Gaming Blue is playing this incredibly well.
There's a bubble onto the Rammus, and that might be... Here's the minions blocking the Q. That is a kill onto Morgana.
This is fine.
Jace picking that up. This Jace rushed a Duskblade.
You
I
should
feel
have.
like getting
It's
a
an under-
Youmu's there might have been better.
A Ghostblade would have been better, definitely. Like, it's underwhelming early game for Jace to rush the Duskblade. He has no damage or kill potential towards Ornn. The only lane where he should rush a Duskblade is into a Zed lane.
Or potentially
And
a
that's a
Quinn lane.
Zed top we're talking about.
Or Quinn. You could arguably
Sure.
do it into Quinn.
Quinn is extremely weak into a Duskblade rush.
Or even Fiora.
But any other tank champion. I think you definitely need to rush Duskblade into the Fiora lane. Because she just, like, she runs the Jace down with her passive. Like, sure, you get the initial burst, and then she gets her healing in her
remember,
W carry.
they picked the Jace into the Ornn here. The Ornn was the overall first pick.
Well, the Jace was thought to be a counter pick due to his ability to lane pressure, but what these players need to comprehend is that I believe that the Ornn will always just decimate lane unless it's into Rumble, but even then, Ornn will outscale the Rumble.
Now, there's a bubble going on to Rammus. And that's
This is
nearly
really well.
Rammus completely dead. And in fact, he dies to the super minion. Here's the wild turtle out of Tristana again.
She does suicide this time. But at this point, they're so ahead, it doesn't really matter if they mess up or not. They're able to
As you
siege
see,
bot
the
lane
Zoe
really well.
is very low. That's a potential kill onto Nautilus now.
I think this is a kill.
Nautilus is dead. That might...
Trundle-
That is
Trundle-
a lot of damage! Zoe, what was that?
Zoe, no, dude.
What
it's
was
Faker.
that?
What was that?
Rito, please! God damn, I don't know whether to call the cops or what.
You should call the balance department and fire them all.
I'm sorry, my parents told me not to make fun of bronze players.
Yo, dude, they are bronze, they're silvers. I'm pretty sure, like, literally 12 of them are silvers, whereas the others are, like, mid to, like, low diamond.
Yeah, and the lead designer's bronze 12.
And they have this idea that they should nerf Draven instead of, like, focusing on the bigger champions
Yeah.
like Maokai or Ornn. Like, look at this
Here
champion.
comes the Tristana diving the Rammus.
Why does this exist?
And that's the 2-0 from Poro Gaming Blue. GG.
Let's get an interview. I want to interview that Zoe, dude. Or are they free?
I can ask him now.
In before your boy Sick flames me. Are they free? Where's Alcantos?
You PMing him now?
Let me message him.
Let's go ahead and look at those damage charts. Zoe coming big with 22,000 damage that game. As compared to the, as you can see, the biggest damage dealer on the side of old Razzle Dazzle was the Lucian.
Alright, we just messaged him. Let's move down to
Oh
a chat
damn,
room.
I screwed that up.
Hmm.
The way I set up my overlay is I made a copy of the...
Can they join Analyst Desk? Or do we have to join a different chat?
I think we have to join a different channel, so just get him to hop into Flex Room 1.
Alright. Let's find him. We are at... Alright, so please go to Flex Room 1. Because we do not have admin privileges yet, so we cannot pull you guys up.
Yep.
Hello, hello. Is
Hello?
that the godlike Zoe?
I
How
guess
do you
so.
feel getting Zoe both games after your dominant
Good.
performance in the first game?
I was surprised at the unbanned Zoe, to say the least.
We
No,
were
I was
extremely
too.
baffled also.
I mean, we got Zoe and Ornn.
I'd like to congratulate the Trundle too. You played really well, anticipating the counter ganks and like just completely
I
outpacing
think
the
he's
Rammus
deafened.
and Nico.
Is he server deafened?
Don't
He's
worry.
possibly
I'm on 2
server
accounts.
No,
Oh no, I didn't know.
he can hear you.
I
Yeah, okay.
out-jungled that guy really hard, and I'm a mid man. I don't play Trundle. I don't play J4.
So our comp to champ, so they were just like, okay, so their first 3 picks were like tanks. Okay, we're picking Trundle, and that's how we came up with that one.
I thought the Sejuani pick would have been better. So what like determined for you to pick Trundle over Sejuani?
Just hitting the Trundle R on either Nautilus or Rammus and allowing my Tristana to get more DPS.
So
The team-
essentially, you guys were looking to run like a protect the AD carry comp, followed by like early game to mid game pressure from the Zoe, right?
Yeah, we put a lot of trust into the Zoe and the AD. Like all of our picks were formed around them, like the Morgana, the Ornn, myself.
Essentially, you guys, your comp's play style is similar to that of like a 2016 TSM back when they were like Double Lift and Biofrost were considered clean, right? Where they would build around the AD carry and the mid laner.
So, how do you feel about possibly never getting to play Zoe again for the rest of the tournament?
I used to play in a different league before, and I used to spam Azir before I joined the league, so I never got to play Azir on that league. So,
Oh yes,
I
my friend.
guess
we
I'm
will
used
be
with the
looking
feeling.
forward. We will definitely be looking forward to more Azir gameplay from you.
Yeah.
I always love a good Azir.
yeah, hopefully I won't disappoint you.
Well, overall, how did you guys feel though in that 2 games? You guys were dominating in vision, and you guys were dominating in pressure.
I got the sense that this was a toxic stream, so I was underwhelmed, to be honest. I thought it would be a challenge.
Oh, don't
Wonder
worry,
if the
dude.
stream has any
Toxic
questions
stream?
for you guys? Chat?
They're silent, dude. They're gone, Gonzo.
Wow. I guess after I threatened to hang myself, Twitch chat just kind of stopped.
I didn't die once in either match, and our Zoe didn't die that match. It was just...
I died twice.
I wonder
Oh,
how
you
much
didn't?
I could sell as top Twitch streamers to how to shut up their chat.
Oh, did you die, like, in their base at the end?
Yeah. No, like the first game I died in their base at the end, and then early gank.
I'm gonna call fake news. You didn't die. Flawless mid laner.
So I wonder if Twitch
Indeed.
chat's gonna say anything.
Well, there's Cygnus.
To BH, we
Just
got the
yelling at me,
team together
toxic.
today, so we expected to have a harder time, but
I was last string sub as the jungler. I was mid lane for their like silver league team.
Oh, I see. So you're technically on an off roll, right?
Yeah, I'm a Yasuo man.
So why not
yes.
Yasuo jungle?
I could bring it out. I asked them if I could, and they kind of just said they kind of just laughed. at
Nah,
me
dude,
because if I was
that's actually like considered. If you play Yasuo jungle and team play, you're trolling.
all right, we'll see about that next match.
Like
I'll
the
be
only
looking
way you
forward
pop
to it.
up is you have to draft like a Cho'Gath or an Ornn with a knock up top, Alistar jungle. Not Alistar jungle, Alistar support, and like just run
I
knock
got
up
you a
80
great
Ks.
team comp. You guys can run
worry.
Cho'Gath mid, Ornn top lane, and
I think Galio will
Rakan
be better,
Alistar
man.
bot lane.
Right, I've got the pin and pad out, lads. Thanks.
Well, well done. I think we are done for today. You can turn off your stream now, Blade Color. It's your first time, so sorry, Twitch chat. Please no
Chat
flame
kept
Marino.
bullying me.
If you do flame, I will end all your lives. What?
I'm depressed Areno from Chatterino.
What's your boy Blazing Hot? I'll meet you in
Peace.
Vertebrae and the Boners Blazing.